Hello, you lovely ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce you guys to another Advanced Wars replay commentary. This one is from round 2 of the Egg Cup, the ongoing Advanced Wars tournament that is open to everyone. We almost have 700 players actively taking part of this tournament right now, so join if you haven't already, it's a lot of fun. So this round 2, is a very unique one. It features a fog game into a global league map called First Step Into the Fog, but there's a caveat. It is played in constant weather. Now this completely changes up the way you have to approach the map, because in the rain, of course, you get -1 vision on all your units across the board, and it's also a lot harder for your vehicles to traverse plain and forest tiles. So anti-air are not as good as catching battlecopters, for example, as they otherwise might have been. Your recons are going to be slowed down to a crawl unless they're on roads. And of course, you're going to need to scout. It's very important you utilize these mountains, put infantry into the mountains. It's so important. They're going to have one vision otherwise. So hiding units in forests also very effective in the rain, because they're harder to spot with other vehicles. So yeah, it really throws a wrench into how you normally approach this map. Obviously, for this reason, we banned Drake. It is a tier 3 match. Drake would be absolutely busted in this format because he ignores rain. But we did allow Olaf, who's normally a tier 2 CO. It's a bit of a meme pick. I didn't think he'd be very good, and I've seen some people try to pick Olaf. Usually doesn't end well. Don't pick Olaf, guys. It's the joke pick of this match, so yeah. So I decided to host this replay between LaskaLarnar, I'm just going to call him, or LaskaLarnar, I guess. I'm going to call him Laska, and Heipmaster. And this is a very interesting matchup, because this is between Sami and Kindle. And this is actually something that the Grandmasters were talking about over in our Discord. They were talking about how they thought Sami might be a very viable pick for this round, and the reason being is because your sight is so limited, you can plonk your infantry down on cities, and in order for other infantry to scout them out, they have to go adjacent to them, and then Sami gets the first strike with her increased firepower. Sami is normally a tier 4 CO in the fog, so she's definitely fighting an uphill battle against Kindle here. Kindle is kind of like the power pick of tier 3. She is wildly acknowledged as like one of the strongest tier 3 COs of all time. So this is going to be a really tough match for Laska, because, again, Sami just isn't very good against Kindle. It's not a matchup you really see a lot, because they're almost never in the same tier. So I do think that Sami has some interesting plays on this map, because infantry are very valuable, but it's also going to be hell to plan out victory marches, because, you know, you need vision to plan out your victory marches, otherwise your infantry will just get trapped. And now, with -1 vision, that's going to be even tougher to do. So very interested in seeing if Laska can pull out something against Kindle here. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle. So, I absolutely love this map. Let's get started. For the first few turns, I'm probably just going to let it autoplay, because that is a very nice feature. Like that a lot. Working on getting a bigger cursor. I know some people have been complaining that my cursor is a little bit hard to spot, so I'll try to fix that. So, anyway, so the match starts off here, and right off the get-go, there's many different things you can do with your initial infantry. Interestingly enough, Laska is doing something very interesting. He's actually skipping this base right here, which is kind of surprising. He's sending this infantry down into the center to capture the contested properties, which, you know, I can actually appreciate that. I think that's why he picked Sami as well. He's going to try and get the initial properties off the bat, and he's going to sit on them with his infantry and try to prevent Heipmaster from taking them back. And he is foregoing an infantry by delaying this base capture, but I think it could actually work out pretty well. So this is what I wanted to see. Heipmaster doing the boost with the transport there, that's really nice, and Laska, yeah, he's going straight for those 2 contested properties in the middle. Once they are captured on First Step Into the Fog, it's very hard to get them back, and especially look at how poor vision is for these infantry right here. They have 1 vision. They cannot see anything. There are also 2 airports on this map, 2 for each side, so battlecopters are going to be insane on this map, and Kindle, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to call her like a battlecopter specialist or anything, but she does have the ability to put her battlecopters over those cities and get that 40% increased firepower, which is very dangerous. So you got to be very careful when going up against Kindle. Now, Laska taking the comm tower could potentially try to get both comm towers. That is something Sami players can sometimes do in their matches. So, going to be interesting to see if something will happen there. So, Heipmaster opening up with a tank, but the mobility on this thing is so limited. It really is painful. So, but he's getting these properties right here too. Transport's very strong on first step into the fog. You can do some very nice boosting moves with them, so I definitely appreciate Heipmaster getting out an early transport here. So, but as you can see, the infantry are just so blind on their own. Unless they're in mountains, they can't get anything done. And yeah, Laska is going very aggressive on the capturing right here, even getting out an artillery. Now, they're very immobile in the rain, but once you can set up that artillery in a forest, it's very hard to get it out of there because, again, what are you going to do? Like, unless you spot it with a battlecopter, vehicles are not going to reach it, especially not if it's surrounded by plane tiles. So, very, very good if you can get an early game artillery into a forest tile here. That's going to be very nice. Looks like Heipmaster has the same idea, though, with an artillery here. And here you can see he's setting up his transports to be boosted. Playing really well, honestly. Like, this is solid play right here. Getting his comm tower as well, so Laska's not going to take that away from him. So as day 8 rolls in here, you can see that Laska now also has a transport, utilizing that Sami movement to get that infantry onto the mountain. That is incredibly good. And yeah, there's a lot of properties to capture. It takes a while for both players to really get going on this map, but once they get going, it's a lot of fun. So it looks like Laska's going aggressive on the infantry right here, getting some very good first shots here. So that's going to be pretty devastating for Heipmaster. Let's see if he can do something about that. Of course, Kindle does get that 40% firepower bonus whenever she's capping. Very, very difficult to go up against Kindle infantry on properties. But yeah, doing some very nice moves here with the mech and the transport. I really appreciate that. We got some infantry slugging it out on the right-hand side here. The battlecopters coming in as well as the tanks and the artillery. So this is it's about to get a slug. It's about to become a slugfest on the right-hand side here for sure. Both players are building a lot of battlecopters. That is to be expected in this matchup. But look how blind everyone is, and look how slow the artillery is. It can almost not move at all. So yeah, sending the 1 HP infantry back, that's good. Keep that guy alive. Use him for scouting. Incredibly important to keep some low HP infantry alive here. So, looks like Laska is also moving down towards the western section of the map. Also coming in with a battlecopter here, which is nice. So, let's see if Heipmaster is able to take those properties back. Definitely looking like Laskar is in a good position to begin off with here. He's going to get an income lead very soon if this continues. But we have some infantry battles taking place here. Uses his transport copter actually to move his mech, so that's very nice. And here in comes the battlecopter. It is in range though. It is in range of Laska's battlecopter. So, oh, do you guys see that? Yeah, so that automatically is really, really scary. I'm going to slow down the match a little bit now that we're into the early game. So, I don't know if Laska's going to be able to scout this, but if he can get his battlecopter over this property and take a shot at Heipmaster's battlecopter, that's going to be very, very bad. A 40% boosted, actually it's going to be 50% thanks to the comm tower. That's going to be a dead battlecopter, so let's see if he's able to do that. So, in comes the artillery. It's going to take a while to get there. It looks like Heipmaster is going to try and take the comm tower as well. I don't know how well that's going to go. More battlecopters coming in. Let us see if Laska is there anything he can do to scout this battlecopter? He might if he moves the mech. If he moves the mech into the transport copter, which he's probably going to do. Now, don't underestimate recons on this map. Recons can actually be pretty good, because there's a lot of roads on the side, and recons can travel freely on roads when they're not moving. And yeah, mercies for the weak, guys. So this is what I was theorizing that he might do. So let's see if he is able to put that transport copter. Let's see if he's able to put that mech on a mountain and scout the battlecopter. That could be devastating for Heipmaster. So both players really utilizing transports really well. This is really nice to see. Of course, Heipmaster never really gonna get that comm tower. That I don't really know what he was thinking there, to be honest. So yeah, here we go. This is what I was fearing. Yeah, look at that. Now we have a perfect shot here. Of course, for some reason in my head, I thought that this was a Kindle battlecopter. I think this is my colorblindness coming back to bite me. Yeah, they're playing blue and purple. Not very nice to me. I don't know why I thought this was a Kindle battlecopter. My bad. But he's still doing it though. He's LARPing as Kindle. He's LARPing as Kindle. No mercy. Mercies for the weak. So yeah, he's LARPing as Kindle, getting a good shot. However, he is in range of another battlecopter. The battlecopters are able to reinforce each other, though, so that's kind of nice. But yeah. So in comes Laska with his units. He builds an anti-air. Problem with anti-air on this map is that their mobility is so limited. Even normally in first step into the fog, they're limited in their mobility because of all these mountains. But now with the rain, they're even worse. I would actually go as far as to say that I wouldn't build anti-air at all in this map. I would rather build a fighter. Like, it's just not doable. But yeah, in comes Kindle, shoots down the battlecopter. That is incredibly bad. And in the name of Cain, we come in here. So, yeah, this is a pretty devastating turn for Laska, actually. Heipmaster is really making a lot of grounds here. And coming in... Yeah, that artillery positioning, I really like that. I really like this artillery positioning. And the tanks are driving on the roads on the side, which is very nice. Sending his transport copter back to pick up more infantry units. Yeah, I really like Heipmaster's positioning right here. He's got this artillery, which is just in such a beautiful position. And he's got units all over the place here. It's just really hard to go up against Kindle in a slugfest, especially with cities like this. She is really good on this map. I would argue Drake might be a better tier 3 pick, but he's banned here, so... So in comes the recon, straight into range of the mech. Pretty devastating. You don't really expect to meet a mech out there. But, so that was a well-placed trap for laid by Heipmaster right there. I guess maybe he thought there would be a recon coming down this road eventually, so he left a mech here to ambush it, which was very smart, honestly. If that was his intention, then that was really well played. So, in comes some anti-air. And he moves his battlecopter a little bit away. He is outgunned, though. Like, he needs more battlecopters here, or maybe an anti-air. He builds another one, a tank. Don't know about this tank. It might be able to do something, but it's difficult to say, really. So day 11 rolls in, and Heipmaster now has a slight capture lead, 21k, 22k. So he gets 2 properties. So, and he continues to advance forward. I don't know if he's going to beat through this front, though. But at least he's going to damage the recon for sure, so that's nice. Puts that down to 1 HP, and does the luck damage with the infantry to finish it off. Very nice. And here, this is what I was talking about. Kindle battlecopter on the city right there. The 40% boosted battlecopter. Really, really powerful. And producing a lot of artillery on this map. As I said, they are pretty damn good if you can get them into position, so... Again, really, Heipmaster is very good at boosting his infantry with his transports. I'm seeing a lot of that. Very good. Oh, actually builds 2 anti-air. Alright, yeah. Okay, so he sees all the incoming battlecopters and he's like, okay, I'm gonna be ready for them. I'm not saying anti-air aren't good on this map, guys. I'm just saying that I think that you should be careful about building too many of them. Maybe like 1 or something like that. So... Laska's turn is coming in here, and he's going for some captures. Very hard to interrupt those Sami caps, so he should definitely cap as much as he can. That is a good way of exerting pressure on your opponent as Sami. And in comes the tanks as well. Not the greatest tanks, but you gotta have a few, I guess. He uses his transport to move his infantry forward into the woods. Maybe he's hoping to trap some people here. Yeah, he's got a pretty good push going on in the middle here. He's got the artillery backing up the infantry right here. So it's going to be very, very difficult to break through here. He moves his battlecopters, he shifts them into the middle rather than going on the right-hand side here where he knows he's going to get beaten. So day 12 comes in here, and yeah, Heipmaster definitely has the value advantage, 20k ahead, so that's a tough spot, but that is usually how it feels to play Sami, though. You're usually always behind until your victory march comes in, so it's only a matter about not trying to be too far behind until your superpower comes in to equalize the playing field, so yeah. So gets a good shot here with the infantry on the city, really nice, loads up his transport, and again, it's all about securing those mountains. Those mountains are just so incredibly important, because, again, they are how you scout the map. Recon's not going to be super viable on their own in this format, but those infantry, they can keep scouting on those mountaintops. It really is all about securing as many mountains as you can. Once again, Heipmaster moving his infantry forward. He doesn't see a lot of resistance here. He has a very good hold on this area here. He gets trapped on this infantry. That's going to happen a lot here. He goes for another one, and here comes the Urban Blight. Ooh! God, what a disgusting power Urban Blight is. I hate this power. So annoying to go up against. It won't interrupt Sami camps now, so that's nice. But still. Oh, he gets a transport copter. Nice pickup right there from Heipmaster. Takes out Laska's transport copter. That's gonna suck. That transport copter is very important. That gives you a lot of infantry momentum, so that's a very nice pickup here. And look at that. The so-called, this is what I call the finger of death right here. Kindle artillery rockets on cities, they hurt so bad. That's an artillery with 50% extra firepower, and that hurts. That's like a grit normal power artillery right there. You just don't want to get close to that thing. So Heipmaster playing this very well, even though I will say he is playing the stronger C of the two. So, yep, day 13 rolls in, and let's see what Laska decides to do here. He moves into the mountain, he sees the artillery, so he knows that that front is probably lost. If I was Laska now, I'd probably just front switch away and try to focus on another area, because this is not going to work. But no, he actually decides to go for it. He does get 2 very nice battlecopter hits here, which is nice. But is it enough? He's still in range of that incredibly nasty artillery. I don't know if he's going to be able to push through here. So, it's hard to front switch on this map, though, with the raid. It slows down all of your vehicles. It's not very easy. Although, if you only have battlecopters and infantry, I guess it's not that hard. But yeah, Laska keeps pushing in here. I think he's going to run headfirst into the Kindle meat grinder. This is not looking very good for him right here. Heipmaster is up next, and yeah, he is pushing back this invasion pretty hard. Those Kindle infantry or city boosted infantry hit so hard. Sami really kind of compared to them. And even though Heipmaster is losing the battlecopter engagements here, he still has so many more units, and he still has 2 extra battlecopters on the left-hand side there, which are able to really put a halt to Laska's attack right here. So. Yeah, this is a tough match for Laska. And yeah, continuing, built another transport copter. So now he has 2 transport copters. So this is, as the music gets ever more dramatic, it's going to be pretty tough. Yeah. The victory march is coming in, though, so let's see if Laska is able to equalize the playing field with that. You can get a lot of properties as Sami, but again, in the fog, very hard to do properly because you don't know which cities are occupied and which cities are not occupied. Another recon gets trapped in front of a mech. I mean, this is just insane. Another recon gets trapped. I mean, like, this mech is the freaking MVP. It's the Recon Slayer mech right here. He needs a medal once he's done with this war, man. Like, he just eliminated so much vision. So, yeah. So, Laska's trying to get an artillery brigade set up here, but they're not really in position to do anything of note. And look how slow they are in the plains. Look how slow they are in the plains. They can move 2 tiles, 3 tiles on the plains. It is not pretty. But he's trying to front switch his battlecopters a little bit away here. He keeps building battlecopters and more anti-air. Day 14 rolls in. Still no victory march in sight. Heipmaster is doing a good thing, boosting all of his units. This artillery right here has gotten so many valuable shots up, and he picks off an artillery. He picks off Laska's artillery in the forest. That is a very good pickup. Goes for the cities, starts capturing the cities. The Finger of Death is the leading unit after unit. Yeah, as long as this artillery is here, you're not getting through here. It's really that simple. Even if you attack it, it's just going to get repaired back. And then he's just going to eliminate you with his other units. So, yeah, this is a very, very bad position for Laska to be in. Comes in, starts capturing cities right now. 23,000 to 21,000. Only 2 cities behind for Laska, although he is about to lose 3 cities if he's not careful here. So, let's see if this victory march is able to equalize the playing field, because it's going to come in next, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go! Victory march! March of the Sami infantry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he's able to pick up some properties. So he starts by moving into the mountains, gets a good shot off right here. Comes in, picks up a battlecopter. Very nice pickup, absolutely. Comes in with a tank as well. A battlecopter comes in as well, and boom, first city is claimed. That's 1 city he got. Gets another very good shot on Heipmaster's battlecopter. This is a strong turn right here. And those 80% firepower infantry, really, really strong. It's moving his artillery into range, and yeah, look at those infantry go. They're having a field day. Oh man, is that like the drunkest battlecopter pilot you've ever seen? Look at that. Sadly, though, it doesn't look like he's going to get that many extra cities out of this, which is not ideal. Yeah, one city. Yeah, that's not good enough. That is not good enough, sadly. So this is why Sammy is so much harder to play in the fog, because since you don't see the cities you're about to capture, it's really hard to plan out your victory marches. And yeah, so Laska was able to pick up one city and equalize the income advantage, but Heipmaster is still 30k ahead, so yeah. And here comes another Urban Blight. Oh, this is gonna be devastating. Yeah, look at that. And boom. Yeah, so whenever that artillery is shooting, by the way, 80% extra firepower, 90% with the comm tower, so yeah, that artillery is just gonna straight up delete everything. And also, Kindle tanks on cities, they one-shot other tanks on roads. So incredibly disgusting. Yeah, and boom, another battlecopter city boosted, another city boosted battlecopter. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Heipmaster is just cleaning up house right here. Yeah, time is running out for Laska. Comes in. Yeah, this is not pretty to watch. I thought that maybe Sami would be able to stand up to Kindle in a small way on this map, but it seems like Kindle is still pretty damn dominant here. I think Sami definitely has a lot of plays, as you saw early on, by capturing some early properties and trying to hold on to them. But at the end of the day, I think the Urban Blight is just a little bit too strong, but... So I'm pretty sure that Laska has definitely lost this match, but let's just see what he does in his last days. Let's see if he's able to hold out, make one final last defiant stand against Heipmaster. So he's definitely not going to get another victory march, though. That chance has passed. The victory march is just such an expensive power. So Heipmaster joins his units together, gets trapped, but he picks off an artillery, or he at least scouts out the position. Let's see if he's able to kill it or not. And yeah, he's capturing even more properties now. So Laska was able to interrupt a lot of caps, but Heipmaster still has so many infantry left in the situation, and now he's also capping the comm tower. And yeah, Laska will probably be able to interrupt this, but he's gonna lose the battlecopter and the Empire if he moves in. So he can prevent the comm tower from being captured, but at what cost? So yeah, we can see here that Kindle is just completely dominant in the situation right here. So yeah, he's solidifying his hold on the center right here. Day 17 rolls in. Laska is determined to try and stay in this fight. It's not always easy to know how you're doing in fog matches, because of course you don't see the value of your opponent, so... But most of the time you can kind of feel how you're doing. He was able to interrupt the cap, which is nice, but at the end of the day it's not really going to do a whole lot. And he builds a missile. I think that's the Resign missile right there. Or he might actually be serious? He actually built a missile. Okay, well, there are battlecopters here. I mean, you can move it into the forest, I guess, and it'll be able to shoot down. Okay, interesting. All right, I mean, I built a carrier when I played this match, so I'm not gonna laugh at anyone too hard here. But yeah, that missile seems like a big meme buy to me. Here comes another Urban Blight, and yeah, this one's gonna hit a bunch of units. Ugh, that hurts. You hate to see it. Ugh. Kindle, man. I don't like playing as her. I don't like playing with her. I don't like playing against her. She's just not a very fun CO to go up against. That Urban Blight is just so damn annoying. And even gets a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I did that once. So you see that battlecopter versus the Anti-Air over the comm tower? Yeah, that's right. 5-5. You can actually attack Anti-Air during Kindle normal power. It's pretty disgusting, honestly. So, yeah, I think we're watching the last fall of Laska. I'm pretty sure he'll resign momentarily. He can actually shoot down a unit with this. Oh my god. I take back what I said. Boom. It's all worth it. Laska should get just a point for that, honestly. Like, I don't care. I get that. Okay, well played, Laska. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly cycle through the last turn. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. But I wanted to take a look at this matchup because it intrigued me. And here Laska does resign. I will say, oh, he actually had a victory march ready, but he didn't pop it. But it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. I was very interested in seeing this matchup because Sami versus Kindle is not something you get to see every day. And I was curious to see if the extra infantry strategy that the Grandmasters discussed could work out. It might have worked out against anyone who wasn't Kindle, to be honest. But I think against Kindle, I don't think it's enough. Kindle's just too strong on this map. I picked Kindle too in my match, and she was pretty damn devastating. So yeah, really fun match. Well played to both players. Good on you, Laska, for trying out something new. Always nice to see people take some risks in a tournament. That's not something you see every now. It's not something you see very often. But hope you guys are enjoying the Egg Cup. Definitely sign up, but you can still sign up. I don't know how long I'll keep the signups open. For a little bit longer. Maybe until we reach like 1,000 players or something like that. We'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you guys are enjoying the tournament. Let me know how it's going in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.